Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the webinar. I believe you all are good and taking care of yourself. My name is Saurabh Kumar and I am organizer of this webinar. Before starting this session, let's quickly check whether I am audible to you guys or not. Please raise your hand if you can hear me clearly. Everyone, please raise your hand. There is an option to raise the hand on the top of your screen. Please raise your hand for some time. Okay, I can see most of you have raised your hand. Okay, great. Now you can put your hand down. Please put your hand down. Okay, thank you everyone. Okay, so today we have Mr. Antim Suman. Firstly, I'd like to thank Antim for giving his time. Antim has completed his graduation from NIT Surat in electrical engineering. He started his professional career from Larsen and Turbo as an engineer. Currently, he is co-founder and director of Adjustify. Justify is one of India's leading startup in supply chain and logistic industry. Earlier, he was also co-founder of two startups. One was Gloyo, which was into beauty and wellness segment, and other was Freeze Reality, which was into real estate segment. He had also worked as AVP operation of a startup Umber, which was started by one of Housing.com founders. He has also experience in teaching. He had worked as physics faculty at Concept Educare Private Limited in Bikaner and Bansal Classes Kota. Before handing over to Antim, I'd start this session with some question answer. You will see some question on your screen. Please answer them one by one. So actually we had conducted three webinar earlier. So this question is related to our previous webinar. Can you see the question on your screen? Yeah. So please answer this question if you have attended our previous webinar. Please answer this question. You can select multiple options. Still few are left. Please answer this question. Okay, fine. Thank you. Now the second question is, okay, if you have not attended our previous webinar, you can watch the recording on Justify YouTube channel. I am mentioning our YouTube channel in chat box. Yeah, I have mentioned. Now the second question is related to if you're a college student or you are a working professional. Yeah. So if you're a college student, please select college student. Please answer this question. If you're a college student, please select college student. If you're working somewhere, please select working professional. Okay, thank you everyone. Now the third question is, if you're a working professional and you are working with some startup, please select yes. If you're working with any startup, please select yes. Everyone, please answer this question. Okay, great. Thank you. Now the fourth question is, if you want to be an entrepreneur, please select yes. So this question is related to entrepreneurship. If you want to be an entrepreneur, please select yes. Okay. So I can see 96% of you want to be an entrepreneur. Great. If you are left, please answer this question. If you want to be an entrepreneur, please select yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Now the fifth question and the last question is, if you have done any course in entrepreneurship in the past, please select yes. If you have done any courses on entrepreneurship, please select yes. Okay. So I guess I can see 81% of you have not attended any courses or not done any courses on entrepreneurship. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for answering all the questions. So basically we will have a question answer session at the end of the presentation. But in case if you have any question during the session, you can write it in the chat box. Now I request Antim to take this session forward. Handing over to you, Antim. Antim, I have unmuted your line and I'm sharing the screen.
Okay. Thank you, Saurabh, for introducing me to everyone who are present over here. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for coming for today's webinar. As per today's webinar topic, I would like to explain all the realities behind entrepreneurship against expectations from an aspiring entrepreneur's perspective. Okay, as you can see the screen over there, the webinar's topic is Startup Growth 103. So, Saurabh, also on the top you can see what is written over there: do something great. Okay, so I have just written that thing into a inverted view so that you will try to read it. So Saurabh, can you help me for the next slide?
Yes.
So everyone, today the agenda of our webinar is entrepreneurship, the expectations versus reality. What aspiring entrepreneur expect from the startups, and what to expect while working in a startup as an employee. So this is the agenda we are going to cover today. So next slide. Yeah. So first of all, let's start with the meaning of entrepreneurship. So before starting the webinar session, I want to ask from all of you, what is entrepreneurship as per from your perspective? So any one of you can answer this question. Please raise your hand and Saurabh will unmute one of your line. What is entrepreneurship?
Please raise your hand. Yeah. If any one of you want to speak on entrepreneurship. I can't see any hand raised, Antim. Let's wait for a few more seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So I can see some hand.
Okay.
So I can see
choose.
Anand Prajapati.
Okay.
Yes. Anand. I guess Anand is not able to hear me.
So you can quickly
Ravi,
choose
can you hear me?
some other.
Yes. Bimal, can you hear me? Bimal Agrawal. Okay. Yeah. So we have Suha Priya. Suha Priya is online.
Yeah,
Yes, Suha Priya, you can speak.
I didn't ask any question.
Okay. Actually, you have raised your hand. Okay, no problem.
No worries. So before we go ahead
Okay.
on what is the
So you
meaning of
can.
entrepreneurship, I will continue as no one has answered the question. So many of you have seen the TVF episode, TVF pictures. So in that one person said कि मैं beer हूँ, you can be one. So I have just written it like that only. So before we go ahead on what is the meaning of entrepreneurship, first we should understand the why behind it. Why do you want to pursue entrepreneurship, and you try to find the answers for the same. Answers may be different from different people, but the aim is same, goal is same, to establish a so-called profitable business or a company. So according to me, entrepreneurship is a journey of a startup started by a person or a bunch of people, and how they take it to make it a profitable business with time, winning over all the hurdles that come throughout the journey. So as you can see, the second point over there, entrepreneurship, a hobby. So let me explain the feeling from an entrepreneur's perspective. Entrepreneurship is like a कीड़ा or a worm. एक बार if entrepreneurship का कीड़ा किसी के अंदर आ जाता है तो वो आसानी से बाहर नहीं निकल पाता है. You try it, you fail, you again try it, but you need to take the decisions in between the journey, which may be right for you or which may be wrong for you, but you need to move on. I will not give the examples here, as you can read about many successful entrepreneurs on the internet nowadays. So go ahead and read about them. Let me clear all of you that entrepreneurship is a high risk and a high reward game. Out of 10 startups today, only one of them actually survives. Why is it so? Why is it so? Because it takes much from your side than what you have thought. Sure, Saurabh, can you help me for the next slide? So let's move to today's webinar content. What are the expectations of an entrepreneur while setting up a startup versus the reality he or she faces on a daily basis? Many of you wanted to be an entrepreneur, then you should take all the points of this webinar in a very positive way, because truth is always better and you need to work out for your expectations throughout day and night. There are many expectations of an aspiring entrepreneur, but I'm covering only the most important ones, which are much useful while doing the journey. So let's move on to expectation number 1. So पहला पॉजिटिव थॉट जो हर एस्पायरिंग एंटरप्रेन्योर के मन में आता है वो है I can pursue entrepreneurship and my family, friends and my loved ones and everyone would be proud of me doing the same, as you can see on the screen. But let me clear you the reality behind it. When you are doing a job or earning a good salary, or you are just moving out of college, whatsoever the age is, you are very lucky if you tell your family and they accept in the first time itself कि यार मैं कुछ करना चाहता हूँ, मैं entrepreneurship में career बनाना चाहता हूँ. They are happy. But first you are too lucky if they accept it in the first time itself, that you are doing something out of their zone, who have not already done it anytime in their life. But it's not the reality with 90% of the people who takes this plunge. You should be ready with your answers of all the questions which will come like यार ये क्यों करना है, अच्छा खासा कमाता है, ये बिजनेसेस दूर से जितने अच्छे लगते हैं वैसे नहीं होते, बिजनेसेस के लिए पैसा कहाँ से लेके आओगे, तू कौन सा आज का स्टीव जॉब से जो कुछ करके दिखा देगा, इसमें बहुत टाइम लगता है. सो यू नीड टू बी वेरी श्योर if you want to start the entrepreneurship career or not. So the reality is that you need to convince yourself first, then your family and friends after that. So I am clear about my point. So you need to convince yourself first, after that you need to convince your family and friends after that. So let me take you to the next expectation, that is expectation number 2. So next question जो normal aspiring entrepreneurs के मन में आता है कि यार I will be my own boss. I am fed up of my work till now. रोजाना के काम से मैं थक चुका हूँ. So I will be my own boss. I will never have to ask anyone for my holidays and in leaves. So as you can see over there, is it a joke? So you were working for someone else before. So let me clear right away this thing for you. You will be working much harder than you have ever worked in your life till now. For the first several months or even years, your business won't generate significant revenues and you will have to live on the edge. And in return, your personal life, relationships, health, or finances will all be hit hard. If any entrepreneur is already there on this session right now, he can he can directly relate this thing with his life or what he has already faced with time. So with time, you will be more dependent on the people who are working for you. In the starting stage, when your startup scale is too small and your colleague or teammate needs a leave, then it's the real time when you need to take care of the extra works too. It will come into do your own work kind of situations. But in the end, everything would be fine. You are working persistently towards the goal that you have decided to achieve. You will be your own boss if and only if your company turns profitable and you have automated all the things inside the company. So Saurabh, let's move to the expectation number 3. So as you can see over here in the expectation number 3, the journey of entrepreneurship will be smooth and as I have the best idea to pursue. So each and every kind of aspiring entrepreneur जो पहली बार अपना बिजनेस चालू करता है उसको अपने आइडिया के अलावा कुछ दिखाई नहीं देता है. So I want to clear this thing right away. So for this, I would like to tell you that idea is only and only 1%. Idea is only and 1%. Right execution is 99%. Execution is the difference between success and failure, and it is the number one hurdle for most of the new entrepreneurs. So new age entrepreneurs, I will be more specific about that. You need to have a solid game plan, and you need to have all the answers for the questions like how do you approach the investors, how do you market your product, how do you find the right kind of team, how do you deal with the government compliances. All these questions you need to have the answers first. You need to have the right kind of mentors from your industry itself. So each and every entrepreneur thinks that his or her idea is the best in the whole world. There is nothing wrong with believing this, but you need to check out your competitors, or you need to find the right execution plan, how to achieve what you have thought till now. You need to be prepared, and you need to have backup plans. I would say clearly, you need to be ready with backups of the backup plans also to ensure your success in the entrepreneurship journey. So let's move on to the expectation number 4. So an aspiring entrepreneur always thought ki this idea is different, I am doing something unique, and I will disrupt this industry and investors will gonna love me and they will be like my friends, okay, and they will be by my side always. So the reality over here is, the real truth is that any relationship involving money is inherently fragile. I'm not saying they will not believe you or they will not trust you, but they also have expectations from the venture as you do do have from them. Also, it's very important to develop a strong relationship with your investors, but they would love to see your business grow like they expected when they put their money into a venture. So I would like to clear one more thing. Investors don't see the idea of what you are doing, but actually they invest in people who are going to pursue this idea, who are going to work for this. That is you and specifically your team. But you need to have a right investor. I want to clear this point in front of you all, but you need to have a right investor who believes in your vision first And if the growth does not go as you planned, as you presented to them, they would be there to guide and support you always. So it is difficult to find a right kind of investor as per your choice, but it is like that only. So I'm moving on to the next most important thing, the expectation number 5. So I think, by the way, I should have put this in the first expectation itself, because I think it's way too important. So people think they will easily find co-founders for their startup. So for this point, I will simply say, if it was that simple, then everyone would have done it. Itna simple hota to sab kar lete. So finding a right co-founder who believes in the same vision as you is the next impossible thing, what I think. It's very difficult to find a right kind of a co-founder for your startup than finding your better half also. So I'm not joking. Who has done it all, they knew about it. Some will tell you, but some won't tell you. A right co-founder can be your best friend, or can be friend of your friend, or can be your girlfriend also. So also, jokes aside, but it's like that uh, only. In any worst to worst situation or condition, you all means you need a co-founder who will be besides you every time. You need to be together. Even you need to pivot the idea also at any point of time due to any unforeseen circumstances. You will do it together types. But you need to find your co-founders who complement your skill sets. So I will give you example of Adjustify. In Adjustify, I know there are two other co-founders uh, uh, other than me. I know Kamal from my school days, and we are family friends too. Kamal has also worked with me as a fellow co-founder in Freeze Realty. Kamal and Umang prepared for their IIT entrance exam in Kota, and Kamal knows Umang, both know each other from their Kota coaching days. So it is a short thing for me that your company's co-founders can meet you anywhere. So this point should be in your mind if you are going to find a co-founder. Your expectation, his expectation to be same, and the goal. Your nature can be different, but the goal should be same. Ki where you want to reach, and the vision should be same. So let's move to expectation number 6. So any kind of entrepreneur thinks like, यार मेरे को idea मिल गया है. I got the right idea. I have made the business plan. I have seen the people are looking for my product and all these things. So I would be easily making my initial team, and my initial team would be the best team, and I can easily onboard all of them. So first of all, I would like to tell you that hiring is not difficult, but the right hiring is much more difficult. So this sentence you need to understand. Hiring is not difficult, but the right hiring is much more difficult. Hiring the initial team is like you need people whom you can trust easily. They also wanted to be part of a agile team and see your vision in the same way you do. They should always be eager to learn and solve the problems as they come with time. You need to hire the team who are working in the same way you do for your startup, and try to compensate them against employee stock options or ESOPs, what you tell them, if they are looking to stay with you for long. And I would also like to say you need to hire team members of different skill sets, and you need to take sometimes help from external consultants also. And if you don't want to spend money on consultants, then you need to take risk and hire the right team in the initial times. You need to take risks several times. Many times you need to convince the initial team to work on the lesser salaries in your starting days. So lesser salaries than the market. So it will help you and them to stay longer. But team members must understand and believe in founders or the top management why you are doing so. This thing I wanted to clear means the team, your initial team should believe in founders or in the top management. If they are not understanding the reasons why they understand the reasons, then they are not made for the initial team. As I personally believe, if founders are taking 100% risk for their ventures, some of shares must be from the initial team too. But you need to remember that in your initial days, many will join you, many will leave you after joining, but co-founders are the real pillars in the starting days of the venture. So I am saying ki you are the pillars of your venture if you have started this business. And remember always why you started. If you lose your motivation at any point of time, also don't forget to pay the initial team members who stays with you when you all together achieved success after some time and made it a profitable venture. Sort of quickly move to the expectation number 7. So any kind of aspiring entrepreneur, when he bored of this corporate life or something like that, वो entrepreneurship different reasons के साथ चालू करता है कि I will be earning as per my wish. I'll be the person who will be signing the checks and who will be deciding the salaries for my employees. So here is also the reality is different. Your company is like your child. You need to fulfill all the requirements related to the companies first. You need to pay the fixed expenses as you can see on the screen itself. The first is the company, second is the team, then you need to invest the growth capital also, then it comes you. So you need to pay the fixed expenses, variable expenses, employee salaries, and other miscellaneous expenses too. And after that, you need to continuously invest in a business to create the value that you expected out of it. Then founders come at the last, but anyways you need to have money for your survival also, so you need to think about that also. So to get the earnings as per you planned, your company needs to make the real value, and with time it must be there on your balance sheet too. But many times due to unforeseen circumstances, revenues go down, founders will be the first person to take the hit because they have started this venture. So according to me, all the entrepreneurs in the world, or they are starting their business, they need to focus on their finances always. Anyways, if in the end you succeed, then you can have all the luxuries in the world, so your expectations would get fulfilled. So till now we have seen all the expectations. So all 7 expectations you have seen are the normal expectations. So many of you may be thinking, is there anything which you can expect and the reality would be same? Yes, there is one thing. So Saurabh, let's clear that expectation right away. So if you are starting a business, starting a startup, then one expectation would be same in the reality what is written over there. If you are ready for continuous learning and you have solving you like solving problems, you like networking in the sector in which you are working, you like innovating, and you want to learn many other things as well, so startups will give you all. So in this case, reality and expectation is same. So if you are not having this expectation and not ready for this reality, then you are not made for entrepreneurship. Innovation and problem solving means, from my perspective, innovation and problem solving attitude is what matters the most from an entrepreneur side. If you are a tech company, or if you are a service based company, or any kind of company, you need to continuously adding values to your products. You need to improve the functionality of your products as per your clients or people who are using your solutions or services. So till now we have covered all the important expectations from the entrepreneurs end, what they expect from their starting up their ventures. And in the last 2 webinars from my fellow co-founders, Kamal and Umang, they have already told you, they have already gave you the webinars on the topics how to start a startup, a B2B startup or a startup, and taking it to from a 0 level to 1 level. So they have explained in those 2 webinars. So you can go to our YouTube channel and can see those webinars over there. So let's quickly move on to what to expect and what you will get when you join as a startup as an employee. Okay, so I have just covered the basic points over here, what to expect when you are working in a startup. Okay, so it totally depends on which stage you join a startup. If you are joining a startup on a very nascent stage, then the condition would be different. If you are joining after the first round investment or second round investment or series B kind of investment round, then the condition would be different. It's after series A or series B kind of investment, it would be more like a corporate. It would not be, but it depends on the founders vision ki they want to keep innovating or not. So from the first point, what you can expect while working in a startup, that's a unique professional experience. If you want to have a unique experience in your professional life, or just a joke from my end, if आपको लगता है कि आपकी जिंदगी से रंग गायब हो चुके हैं, बेरंग जिंदगी हो चुकी है रोजाना सेम काम करके, then startup is the place where you can get the feel of a roller coaster ride. फिर आप एक बार आपने स्टार्टअप में काम कर लिया, फिर आप कभी नहीं कहेंगे कि जिंदगी रंगीन नहीं है. So you will have a very unique professional experience while working in a startup. Sometimes in a very nascent state, you don't even have an office. You just work from your home or one person's home. Means every day you go to different people home. And if you have 6 to 7 people team, then you all sit in a room and you work from there. So it's a unique kind of professional experience, and you are delivering new thing, and you are working, you are changing something. So you need to think in that way. Second point is written over there. You are learning. You can learn a lot while working in a startup. So startups place loads of responsibility on their employees. So you need to be responsible first, and you need to be ready to take those responsibilities on the first hand itself. So startups will hire you because of your skills, but the founders or the entrepreneurs expect much more from your end. You help with everything at a startup, sometimes outside your job description also. So opportunities for learning and growth are abundant in a startup. Founders and employees work together. There is no middle management, so you learn from the best. In a startup, you have if you are having a small team, and when you are working from outside your job description, then knowledge transfer sessions are the best sessions anyways, which you can discuss with your team anytime, and you can transfer your knowledge inside within the team. So third point over there, expect long working hours when needed. Absolutely every day. If you love innovating and problem solving, as you may be facing a lot of issues while solving the daily issues and creating processes for the same. So following and creating processes are very important for any kind of organization. As you have gone through the last webinar from Mr. Umang, he has cleared the why processes are important in any kind of organization's domain. Remember, you are on the way to establish a new age company in your own way. You can speak freely to your team members. What are you expecting from any product? On any day, you can imagine the product company is developing for the customer. You can even imagine the possible things which you have thought to be impossible in the starting. So you have all these things, but long working hours you will enjoy when you love working what you do. So the fourth point over here is work-life balance. So work-life balance, I would like to take, I would like to say here, it may affect your social life, and you might have fun at office, but you work hard too. Many people in the startup think they work under extreme pressure, but I have seen many people enjoying the times when new problems come. So it depends totally on you how you see a problem and how you tackle the same. As वो कहते हैं ना, कुछ पाने के लिए ऑलवेज कुछ खोना पड़ता है, बट जब बाद में तुम उस चीज को पा लेते हो, वो इतना अच्छा होता है कि खोया हुआ था वो कुछ नहीं था, जैसा वो कुछ नहीं लगने लगता है, और जो पाया हुआ होता है वो अच्छा लगने लग जाता है. So your positive attitude always will define your altitude in your job or in your entrepreneurship journey always. So you need to keep your positive attitude always towards any kind of problem. And in future, if you as per the fifth point written over there, good life ahead. So in future, if you with your founders achieve the success, then that's the time to celebrate, and you can't imagine how that good time that can be. Try to celebrate small achievements with the team, क्योंकि कल होना हो, वैसे कुछ ज्यादा हो गया, कल होता ही है always. If you wanted to have it, in the end, I just wanted to say as an entrepreneur कि if you have achieved success with your founders or with your initial teammates, then the future is good and good life is already ahead. Or if anytime you need to be ready for failure also, because all startups don't succeed, but in the end you learn a lot from everything. You get experience in startup you get experience of 3 years into a 1 year kind of work while working in a startup. So in the end, I just wanted to say as an entrepreneur कि अपनी जिंदगी में स्वस्थ रहो, मस्त रहो और अपने जीवन में व्यस्त रहो. So Saurabh, can we move on to the next slide? So I would like to say all of you that it's your time to think. It's not illegal yet. So thinking is not illegal in our country, and you can think what you want to do and what you want to become with time. Okay, so Saurabh, can you move ahead?
Yes.
So some books I want to suggest if you want to pursue a career into entrepreneurship. So these are 2 books over there. One is Entrepreneurship Simplified from Idea to IPO and Think and Grow Rich. So there are many books, just I have written 2 names over here. So next. So let's start with the question and answer session right now.
Okay, Antim. Thank you, Antim, for the presentation. So I can see some question in the chat box. So one question is, many people want to be an entrepreneur, but some can't do because of their financial issue. I think in this field you must have a backup, because if you do not have a backup, then you can't survive in this field. What is your take on this, sir?
Can you repeat the question,
So he's asking about backup. Yeah, so basically he's asking about backup.
Okay. So first of all, if you want to become an entrepreneur, so you need to take risks. So it is always a true thing कि अगर आप कुछ करना चाह रहे हैं अपनी लाइफ में, then risk लेना बहुत जरूरी है. So backup here would be, I was telling about the backups in the startup journey when you have started. So I was telling about the backups कि आप जो planning कर रहे हैं, there would be a plan A, there would be plan B, or when plan A doesn't work, you go to plan B. If plan B doesn't work, you go to plan C. Anytime, but you should not fear if you didn't have any finances and your finances. Money is not a thing that will be continuously coming, and you can put every time money into a startup. So if you feel so anytime in your life and you wanted to take a job or you wanted to take a break, then you can take a job from there itself, and you can again start any kind of startup or any kind of new journey where from where you wanted to start a new thing. Okay, so you need not to fear what it would happen or something like that, but you need to have all the plans ready before starting up.
Okay, Anton.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a question, how founders allocate funds in different segments when they raise?
How founders allocate funds
in different segment when they raise some fund?
So I would I would answer this question from basics itself. So there are different kind of startups. So there are 2 components of these things. One is if you are working for a B2C startup, or if you are working for the B2B startup. So anyways, when you have when you are preparing a business plan, or when you preparing a business model, then you need to define the funds according to your needs. So when you are giving a kind of service ki supply, you need supply to provide any kind of service. Okay, so you need to ensure ki this fund, what you are investing right now, what you are expecting out of it. First, you are expecting a tech product, a MVP. You are expecting a supply side, you want to aggregate the vendors out of it, or you want to market your product itself. So you need to define your priority as per your needs in starting. So मान लो कि आपको operations में इतना पैसा डालना है. Operations, when I say supply side, I will tell about, because in startup when you start nascent level, then it's like always the supply side. When you do the operations, there would be no real kind of operations involved over there. And when you go ahead with business side, you need to market your product. So there you need to think which kind of marketing you want to do. There are different kind of marketings, online or offline. So you need to allocate fund, and you need to first do the pilots of any kind of services you do, and you need to check key how much fund and how much return you are getting from any kind of marketing, how much return, how much data you are getting from operations domain when you are putting this kind of a guy, or which kind of people you want as per the experience. So you need to have a small pilot, and you need to take small risk, and according to the returns on the investments, you need to take the big decisions afterwards.
Yeah, Antim. Okay. So there is one more question. What is your opinion on starting a YouTube channel for earning? Is it good idea for being an entrepreneur?
Yes, absolutely fine. If you have worked hard on the and you want to pursue this idea ki if you want to start a YouTube channel, that's not a bad thing, but you need to check out the competition as well ki which kind of value addition you are giving to the society, or which kind of thing. जैसे if you can see the Bhuvan का आपने channel देखा होगा, BBK Wine, it was something unique at that time. If you are creating something unique and people would love to see your content, and you are producing something unique kind of thing, then you should go ahead. Otherwise, if you are showing only you want to earn a side income while producing the content which is already present in abundant way on social media or YouTube, then you should take a back step if that kind of content is already there on the social media or YouTube channels. So idea is right. Idea is always right. If you are doing something unique or you are adding some value and you can go viral, then it's the best way.
Okay, Antim. Fine. One more question. After college, should I go for job or be an entrepreneur? I guess this person is a college student.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will say that if in college you have first, I would say you need to do internship in different startups first, so you will get a real life experience ki how the work happens in a startup, and how you can get a experience out of it. If you straight away after you're doing your college you want to start a startup, then you should do an internship 1 or 2 times in your second year or in your third year into some startups. Then you will get the real taste what startups looks like, or you can in itself.
Okay. Fine.
Yes, Saurabh.
There's a question. Yeah. There is one more question. What are the challenges you are facing currently in warehouse business?
Uh, can you elaborate more if someone has
So basically, yes, yes. So his question is, what are the challenges you are facing currently in warehousing business? Challenges in warehousing in current COVID
challenge
scenario.
in current COVID
Challenges
scenario?
in, yeah.
Okay. So right now challenges, when we see challenges, so in COVID scenario the business is going down, but as you can see in the lockdown period essential services were on, so we had inquiries from different companies to get the right kind of. So I think the people who have asked this question, I would straight away say about the company what we do right now. So in terms of warehousing, we don't do the real operations from our end. We provide right kind of warehouse space to any kind of company, be it manufacturing, be it FMCG or e-commerce company. So we help companies to get the right kind of warehouse. So we didn't see any kind of thing, but people who go and see the right kind of warehousing, they were not ready to go. So right now the business is again picking up, so we would expect much business afterwards.
Okay. I okay, Antim. I guess Shubham wanted to ask something. He has raised hand. Shubham, can you hear me? Shubham, I have unmuted your line.
Hello.
Yes, Shubham, you
Hi,
can ask
Ankit.
your question.
Actually, this webinar is very good. I want to ask you one question. How the revenue model is going on for a startup? Means you have to think about the revenue model, financial model when you are thinking about startup. So, what you did at your time?
Okay. So I got your point. So you wanted to ask how to choose the revenue models. Am I right, Shobham?
Correct. Correct. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So you need to think about if you are doing a B2C startup or if you are doing a B2B startup. But my answer would be one, that you don't need to be a different revenue streams from starting onwards. You need to focus on one revenue stream first, then go ahead and stabilize it, and you can add different revenue streams in the longer term.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shubham, you have more question?
No, no, thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Shubham.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyone else want to ask some question?
Yes, yes. Sahil has raised his hand, but I guess I'm not able to. One minute. Okay, so there are some questions in chat box. To have a backup plan. So there's a question from Pradeep Saini. So his question is, to have a backup plan, you have to think negatively, but positive attitude is also necessary for growth. I find it contradicting. What is solution?
Just I need to have to go through the question. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah. To have a backup plan, you have to think negatively, but positive attitude is also necessary for growth.
Okay.
So as per him, this question is contradictory. Yeah.
So Pradeep, I want to tell you that solution for this problem is your positive attitude only. But you have to think negatively. You need to think about the worst situation also. Ki I will face this kind of worst situation, then I will take this kind of decision. But some things are necessary in when you are working towards a problem to solve a problem. Okay, and you are working for your own startup. Then positive attitude is the thing which takes you ahead. But positive things will not always solve the issues. You need to think negatively side also. It is contradicting, but it is the necessity. So there is solution that you need to be prepared for both the conditions. That's the solution for it.
Okay, Antim. So there is one more
Yeah.
question. How can we plan on growing our business?
How can you plan for growing your business?
Yes.
So I need to answer this question specifically if the person who have asked this question can go more specific about the business, because different type of businesses grow on different levels. And what so who has asked the question, you can unmute his line.
So this question is, wait. Ankush, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so you can ask your question.
Hi, sir.
Hello. Yeah, hi Ankush.
Hi, Antim, sir. I was
Yeah.
asking that how can we plan on growing our business? Like we are in we can consider it as our business only in warehousing only. You can say in logistic firm. How can we plan on growing in that business?
So we are into the B2B industry. So as we are going ahead, we need to market our business, and we need to reach the right kind of decision making authority who and the organizations whom we are targeting. And definitely we need to develop. So we need to develop. We have already developed a top-notch product for which customers needs to come directly to our portal itself. We have different kind of products like Warehouse Edge or MHE Edge or these kind of products which would be helping them solving their real life problems. As you can see, when they go on ground while finding the right kind of warehouse options, they need to go via different mediums. But on Agistify, if they come on our they come to us, they get all kind of exhausting warehousing options through us only. Okay, so this can be a thing. And when we add value to any kind of customer, then the word of mouth actually happens, and that customer can take us to the another customer itself when the good word of mouth happens also. So there are different online and offline mediums which already happened, and we are going on that line already.
Thank you for the answer, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ankush. Okay.
Hello,
So there is a
sir.
question from. Yes, Sahil.
Hello,
You can ask your question. Yes, Sahil.
sir. I want to do startups, but I don't know much about business. So please guide me from where I can collect such knowledge. I am a first year student.
Okay, you are a first year student right now. So do your college have an entrepreneurship cell?
My college of business club, but ज्वाइन नहीं कर रखा अभी मैंने कॉलेज के बिजनेस क्लब को.
Also you can speak in Hindi anyways. So अगर आपने join नहीं कर रखा है business club, so first step you need to take, and you need to join that business club first, and after that you need to find different startups into your after your first year itself, to go and find the internship into those kind of startups. Then only you can have experience, कि आपको वो experience मिलेगा जो experience आप already लेना चाहते हो, कि स्टार्टअप्स कैसे होते हैं, स्टार्टअप्स कैसे किए जाते हैं. जब आप रियल लोगों से मिलोगे और डिफरेंट लोगों से बात करोगे, एंड आई वुड प्रिफर there are different courses available online also, and you can read books. You can read different books also, ki how the startups can happen. I have suggested 2 books already over here. You can go and read about them, and after that, if you don't have any business background or something like that, you need to go and do an internship in a startup or in any kind of company first.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, Ankit. I'll add one more point in this question. So we had conducted a webinar on how to start a startup. So Sahil, you can watch the video. You will get an idea.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sahil Agarwal, can you hear me? Sahil? Okay, so there's a question from Sahil Agarwal. What is your thought on hydroponics industry? Is vertical farming is successful in India?
So basically, for the sector, means hydroponics, I don't have the knowledge of this sector right now. So if can you explain ki what it helps into, then I can answer accordingly.
Okay, let me unmute Sahil Agarwal line. Sahil, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, Sahil.
Hello. Hi, Antim sir.
Yeah, Sahil.
So basically, hydroponics is a technique जिससे आप without soils farming कर सकते हो. इससे जो yield होता है वो 30 to 40% extra होता है.
Right.
So ये question इसलिए था because क्योंकि अभी land का sorry.
Is it pure organic?
Yes, totally.
Okay, so you can go ahead. Yes, please ask.
ये क्वेश्चन इसलिए था बिकॉज अभी क्योंकि प्रॉपर्टीज का लैंड का काफी ज्यादा शॉर्टेज हो रहा है एंड जो उसका पावर होता है ग्रोइंग पावर होता है वो भी काफी कम हो रहा है राइट. सो ये इंडस्ट्री अभी इंडिया में इतनी ज्यादा बूम नहीं कर रही है. सो माय थॉट्स कि ये क्यों नहीं कर रही है, क्या ये सक्सेसफुल नहीं है इंडिया? बिकॉज आई बिलीव कि अगर हाइड्रोपोनिक किसी भी सिटी में ग्रो कर रहा है तो वो उस सिटी के लिए बेस्ट होगा बिकॉज वर्टिकली आप काफी ज्यादा कुछ भी ग्रो कर सकते हो.
Right. So with time, I think it's a very good opportunity for the entrepreneurs who are really interested in farming. If you are seeing 30 to 40% more yield than the regular farming, and people are in bigger cities like Mumbai or the metro cities like tier 1 and tier 2 cities, people are searching for the organic vegetables right nowadays because they want to
Right.
eat the vegetables without any kind of medicine or this kind of organic vegetables they want to eat. So I think that would be a very big opportunity if someone is doing right now and they are targeting the right kind of customer sets.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Saurabh?
Yes, there are few questions in chat box. So there's a question. I was thinking of a recycling production plant. What type of scenario I can face in my project?
Recycling power plant.
Yes,
Okay.
recycling plant. Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I am not the right kind of expert for this question, but from the entrepreneurship perspective, I would rather say that you need to talk to some expert who is already working into that domain already for say 15 to 20 years, and you should talk to those people how you can go about starting that business and what are the returns on those business, and how you can go about what are the initial capital is required for setting up that plant, because recycling anyways is a good business what I have heard from different sources, but I'm not the subject matter expert for this thing. But regarding entrepreneurship, you can ask people who have already experience in this domain, who have already worked 15 to 20 years. Yeah.
Okay, Antim. So there's a question: how to
Yeah.
make revenue model?
How to make revenue model? So it would be a thing. So you can reach out to me on my email ID, and we can have because you need to have a revenue model. So this would be a means it would take time to explain this kind of questions. So you can reach directly on my email ID antim@justify.com.
Okay, Antim. So there's one more question. This is the last question. What are the legal ways to recover the money from customers?
What are the legal ways to recover the money from the customers? So for B2C business, I don't see any hurdles coming out the way, because we take money after the as the service goes on and we take the money. So B2C business, I don't see a hurdle. But what for B2B business, I think government is helping through us through the MSME acts. So they have already launched the platform for MSME complaints for the payments. So if you have given a service, then you can raise a complaint on MSME. So you can go and search about MSME portal, and it can help you in that way.
Okay, Antim. So Pooja wanted to ask something. Pooja, I have unmuted your line. You can ask your question. Pooja, I guess she's not available or she can't hear me. Anyways, okay, Antim. So I guess let's wrap up the session because I can't see further question in chat box.
Okay. Thank you everyone
Okay.
for
So it
attending
was
this
really
webinar. And any questions are there, if any questions are there regarding entrepreneurship or anything, so you can reach out to me personally on LinkedIn or antim@justify.com. Thank you everyone. Thank you. All the
okay.
best.
Thank you, Antim. Yeah, thank you, Antim. It was really a very good session, and you highlighted many genuine points related to entrepreneurship journey. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining the webinar. We will share this PPT on email. We will also upload the webinar recording on Justify social media platform. Actually, we are available on LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So you can find this recording on any social media platform. Okay, thank you again.